In a small town nestled between rolling hills, two bakers, Arthur and Ben, competed for the hearts and taste buds of their neighbors. Their bakeries stood just a few doors apart, each with its own story, each with its own dream. Arthur was a perfectionist, rising before dawn to craft flawless bread every morning. He believed that if he poured his soul into his work, the world would surely notice. To him, quality was everything, and he was convinced his bread would speak for itself. Quietly, he placed his golden loaves on a plain, unadorned shelf, waiting for recognition that never seemed to arrive. Day after day, his bakery remained silent, the air heavy with the scent of unsold bread and unfulfilled hope. Ben, on the other hand, understood people. He watched the rhythms of the town, noticing what made folks stop and smile. He painted his shop in bright, inviting colors, hung cheerful banners, and even hired a boy to juggle oranges outside. With a wink and a laugh, he handed out warm samples to anyone passing by, making each person feel like a guest at a celebration. Ben's bakery became more than a place to buy bread. It was an event. There was music drifting from the doorway, laughter echoing off the walls, and a sense of excitement that drew people in like moths to a flame. The townspeople flocked to Ben's shop, not just for the bread, but for the experience. It was a place to gather, to share stories, to feel alive. Meanwhile, Arthur's superior bread sat unsold, his shop echoing with silence, while Ben's bakery buzzed with life and laughter. The difference was impossible to ignore. Arthur grew bitter, unable to understand why his talent was ignored. He wondered how effort and skill could go unnoticed and why the world seemed blind to his dedication. The lesson? Being the best isn't enough if no one notices you. Even the finest work can be overlooked if it remains hidden in the shadows. Ben wasn't just a baker, he was a master of attention, a showman who understood that people crave connection as much as quality. He knew that before people can appreciate your quality, they have to know you exist. Visibility is the first step to being valued. Invisibility is the death of ambition. No matter how skilled you are, if you remain unseen, your gifts will wither away, unrecognized and uncelebrated. Ben courted attention, and in doing so, he won the town. He understood that to make an impact, you must first be noticed. The world rewards those who are seen, not just those who are skilled. Recognition is the bridge between talent and success. If you want to succeed, you must step into the spotlight. You must invite the world to see what you have to offer. Don't let your talent wither in the shadows. Shine brightly and let the world see you for who you truly are. Law 6. From the 48 Laws of Power. Court attention at all cost. This law is not just a suggestion, it's a fundamental principle that underpins every move in the game of influence. In a world overflowing with voices, images, and ideas, the ability to capture attention is the first step toward power. The world is a crowded stage. If you stay silent in the background, you'll be overlooked, no matter your brilliance. It doesn't matter how talented, intelligent, or innovative you are if no one notices you. The spotlight rarely finds those who wait quietly in the wings. Attention is currency. In a world of endless distractions, it's the new gold. Every notification, every headline, every viral moment is a battle for the world's gaze. Those who understand this treat attention as a resource to be earned, invested, and protected. If you capture it, you have power. If not, you're invisible. The ability to draw eyes and ears to your message is what separates leaders from followers, and visionaries from the forgotten. This isn't about being loud for the sake of it, it's about being strategic. It's about knowing when to speak, how to present yourself, and what moments to seize. True power lies in the art of making yourself impossible to ignore. The world doesn't reward the most deserving, it rewards the most visible. History is filled with stories of those who changed the world simply because they refused to blend in. You can have the cure for a disease, but if you whisper it, no one will hear. Genius unshared is genius wasted. The world cannot benefit from what it cannot see or hear. You must make people listen. Sometimes that means raising your voice, other times it means creating a spectacle or telling a story that no one can forget. To court attention, you must stand out. Be memorable, even a little controversial. The world remembers those who dare to be different, who challenge the status quo, who are unafraid to be seen. Build a reputation that precedes you. Let your name and your work echo in rooms you haven't even entered yet. Make your presence felt before you even arrive. Whether people love or criticize you, the worst fate is to be ignored. Indifference is the enemy. Controversy can be managed, but obscurity is a prison. Don't confuse humility with invisibility. You can be humble and still command attention. The key is to let your actions and your presence speak for you, not to hide them away. Make a conscious choice to be seen. Step forward, raise your hand, take the stage, because if you don't, someone else will. The spotlight is not given, it's taken. It's claimed by those who are willing to risk being noticed, to risk standing out, and to risk being judged. If you want your ideas to matter, you must demand attention. You must be relentless in your pursuit of visibility, because only then can your message truly make an impact. The world notices those who refuse to be ignored. The ones who step forward, who speak up, who make themselves impossible to overlook, these are the people who shape history. Step forward, or risk fading away. In the end, the choice is yours, to be seen or to disappear into the background of someone else's story. P.T. Barnum was the ultimate showman, a master of turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. He understood that people didn't just want entertainment, they wanted to be amazed, to feel like they were witnessing something truly special. Barnum didn't sell the finest art or the most refined culture. He sold wonder, excitement, and pure spectacle. He knew that the real magic was in the experience, in making people gasp, laugh, and talk about what they'd seen long after the show was over. Barnum had a keen sense for what fascinated people. He gave them giants, hoaxes, and human marvels, anything that would spark curiosity and draw a crowd. He understood that people are drawn to the unusual, the mysterious, and the larger-than-life. Even negative press was valuable to him. In fact, controversy was one of his greatest tools. When the newspapers wrote scandalous stories, it only made people more eager to see what all the fuss was about. Critics became his best marketers. Every scandal, every rumor, every wild headline sold more tickets. The more people talked, the more they wanted to see for themselves. Barnum didn't wait for attention, he created it. He staged publicity stunts, orchestrated headlines, and made sure his name was always on people's lips. When he brought Jumbo the elephant to America, he didn't just quietly add him to the show. He paraded Jumbo across the Brooklyn Bridge, creating a spectacle that no one in the city could ignore. The city buzzed with excitement. People poured into the streets, eager to catch a glimpse of the giant elephant and be part of the moment everyone would remember. Barnum's lesson is simple but powerful. Don't be boring. In a world full of noise, you have to stand out to be noticed. Add drama, color, and excitement to everything you do. Make your work, your ideas, and your presence impossible to ignore. Whether you're at work, at home, or out in the world, a touch of the unexpected makes you memorable. People remember those who surprise them, who break the routine. A bland presence fades into the background, but a bold one commands attention and respect. Don't be afraid to take the spotlight. You don't need a circus tent or a parade, you just need the courage to stand out, to be different, and to embrace what makes you unique. Create moments that people can't ignore. Give them something to talk about, something to remember. The world is drawn to what's vibrant, bold, and unique. Don't be afraid to show your colors and let your personality shine. Don't wait for attention, demand it. Step into the spotlight and own your story. Make your story the one everyone talks about. Be the spectacle, the person who brings energy and excitement wherever you go. That's how you win the crowd, by daring to be unforgettable. Not all attention comes from spectacle. Sometimes it's mystery that captivates. Mata Hari, a dancer in Paris, invented an exotic persona, a Javanese princess trained in sacred dances. The truth? She was Dutch, but her story was irresistible. Her power came from what she didn't reveal. The less people knew, the more they speculated, and the more famous she became. Her aura of secrecy made her a legend, outlasting the reality of her life. Mystery made her immortal. In a world of oversharing, a little enigma is powerful. Don't reveal everything at once, let people wonder. Be hard to categorize. When you hold back, people keep watching to see what you'll do next. Control your narrative by controlling what you reveal. Mystery sustains attention. Sometimes a whisper is louder than a shout. Make them lean in. Human nature is drawn to scandal and controversy. A politician's good deed is a footnote, a scandal is front-page news. Law 6 insists any attention, even negative, is better than being ignored. Attacks mean you matter, they put you in the spotlight. Criticism can build your platform and rally supporters. Outrage made icons like Elvis and Madonna even more famous. The key: don't be destroyed by criticism. Stand firm, embrace controversy if needed, and show resilience. People admire those who take a punch and keep moving. Don't fear criticism, fear being forgotten. Silence is the real enemy. To keep attention, be unpredictable. People get bored with patterns. Break them. Great leaders and artists use unpredictability to create drama. David Bowie constantly reinvented himself. You never knew what to expect. This unpredictability creates anticipation and keeps people watching. At work, if you're always predictable, you'll be taken for granted. Surprise people with bold ideas or unexpected skills. Don't let yourself be put in a box, show different sides of yourself. Strategic unpredictability is magnetic. Complexity keeps people interested. Be more than what people assume. Make them want to see what you'll do next. Keep them guessing. You don't need fame to use Law 6. Stand out in your everyday life by refusing to be invisible. At work, don't just do your job. Make your contributions known. Speak up with unique ideas, volunteer for tough assignments, and make your work distinctive. In social settings, amplify your authentic quirks and passions. People remember authenticity and enthusiasm. Develop a signature style or catchphrase, small trademarks that make you memorable. In school, be the student who asks bold questions or connects lessons to real life. Teachers notice curiosity and engagement. The right kind of attention leads to opportunities. Be memorable for the right reasons. Don't blend in, stand out. Make your presence felt. The world rewards those who dare to be seen. Don't wait for recognition, create it. Be the spark in the room. How do you start? First, audit your presence. Are you memorable? If not, break the pattern of invisibility with small, noticeable actions. Associate yourself with quality and energy. How you dress, speak, and carry yourself matters. Project confidence, even if you have to fake it at first. Your physical presence is your first message. Make it strong. Add a touch of mystery. Don't overshare. Let your actions speak louder than your status updates. When asked about your work, create intrigue with your answers. Criticism will come. Expect it. Some will feel threatened by your visibility. Don't retreat or apologize for standing out. Acknowledge criticism calmly, but stay the course. Remember, negative attention is still attention. Becoming a force means being noticed, even if not everyone approves. Use attention as a tool, not a crutch. Stand tall, and let the world take notice. The first step is daring to be seen. A final warning: attention is like fire. It can light your way or burn you if uncontrolled. Don't become addicted to attention for its own sake. If you chase validation, you lose your center and become a caricature. The type of attention you seek matters. Be strategic. Scandal may get you noticed, but it won't earn respect. The most powerful balanced spectacle with substance. Attention opens doors, but quality keeps you in the room. Use attention wisely. Be bold and memorable, but always have purpose. Master the art of attention, don't let it master you. Control the flame and it will serve you well.